Hiya, and welcome back to Where the Demon Lurks, the game that teaches us that we're here for a good time, not a long time. Hence why the main menu is what it is, because in case you couldn't tell, this is my favorite character in this entire fucking game, Lucian. Kobu is a very close second, but it is Lucian. Lucian just feels right. That said, I would still die for Amare. Anyways, let's just hop right in. Saves me the trouble of trying to fill my shift. Chapter 4, Do I Love Him? Oh my god! With the time to strike near, the three of you gather around the coffee table to discuss the infiltration plan. Lucian puts down an assortment of metal figures and plastic house-shaped bricks on the table. They're from that real estate board game everyone has for some reason. Fucking Monopoly. I forgot I brought DD14. Bought the DD14 edition. Played it once and King made all of us that's at the shop go bankrupt.
Hey, I remember that game from back in the day, Sociopoly, yeah? Had friends who lost fingers to that game.
Mortals still engage in high-stakes games like that? I thought such foolery ended with the Roman Empire.
I don't know, just know if you land on someone's property, you gotta beat them up or you'll have to pay the rent.
That's not how you play Sociopoly.
Aha.
Lucian pushes the house-shaped pieces to one side of the table, and the dog, the cat, and shoe figures to the other. These buildings represent the cult camp. You lean closer to the diorama, careful to catch the details. For my brief flyover, their members have entrenched themselves in the forest west of the End Hotel. Alas, I was only able to do a visual inspection from the sky. A bubble of sorts protects the camp from any external magic. Imagine, if you would, a fenced-in clearing scattered with tents. There's one large tent in the middle with several smaller tents surrounding that. He shuffles several blue house pieces into a circle around the orange hotel piece. That's an obvious boss location if there ever was one, but do you think it could also be a diversion? Possible, but we'll know after we get in. Kobu and I will approach from the gate. Lucian pushes the dog and cat figures towards the circle of the buildings.
Wait!
What's wrong?
I don't want to be the shoe.
Alright, Kobu is the shoe. You groan. What now? I don't want to be the shoe either. Nobody wants to be the shoe. The shoe sucks. People, please, can we focus? Lucian picks up the shoe figure and tosses it away. Grabs a nearby empty can of soda and places it on the table. Alright, here, this is the ghost. Two of us will approach from the front while you sneak in. Recall the girl from earlier. Their cult is actively recruiting people. You'll just need to don the cloak she left us and bring me in as a potential recruit. We walk in just like that? I don't know, it sounds too simple. I wouldn't say that. We still have to locate the artifacts. I'm afraid splitting up is our best option.
Bad idea. Splitting up never works out, especially when it's 100 against 3.
It would be a worse idea if we cannot find what we're looking for in time. They both look to you for a decision. Let's compromise. Toast, you're the only one that can go around without being seen. You'll survey west of the camp, including the big tent in the middle. Grab the soda can and move it around the west side of the coffee table, while we go through the east. Move the cat and dog figures around the east side. We can reconvene at the far east, up in the corner here. Angel points at the northwest corner. Why there? It's the outhouse. No one wants to stay there for long. Gross.
How do I know if I found what we're looking for?
Wish I knew. They only told us to get rid of any information or source of power that the cult leader has. I say we have to find where that cult leader resides.
Then we'll need a signal to let each other know we found something. Oh, if I find, I'll do the mating call of the cockapula bird.
Cockapula?
Caca!
Turn away to hide your secondhand embarrassment. Yeah, sure. You do that, Toast. I just realized that I can twin with Kobu right now. I can twin with Kobu right now. But I'm not going to. Just do Mesmerizer. Just fucking do this dance. Hang on, I'm pulling up the dance right now. Just do the Mesmerizer. But everything that you think or say, you were tailor-made to be enslaved. Pulled away from the fakers behind your sky. Is that hard? You can be... Yeah, sure. You do that, Toast. Lucian taps on the orange hotel piece representing the main tent. We must be aware that the cult leader and their lackeys might get in our way. Yes, Toast will cosplay Hatsune Miku. Best it doesn't come to that, but if it does...
then we'll make them regret it.
I don't think trusting you with not damaging a soul is a smart move.
Come on, a few broken bones is gonna make someone end up in the underworld.
Technically, it can. That's why plenty of vigilantes are surprised when they get told where they're going after death. Leave the fighting to me. Both of you just focus on escaping.
You're no fun.
Toast crosses his arms. Listen to Lucian. We can't afford to let anything go wrong. Lives depend on us. Toast sighs.
Right, I won't let you down, partner.
Then dress yourself with that cloak and let's move out. On it.
Now grab a snack for the road.
Are we calling a cab? No, I have a faster way to get us there.
Ah, cultist, how'd you get in here?
What, Toast? It's me!
Kobu, you're back!
Okay, let's get going before I lose more brain cells watching your foolery. Lucian grabs you by the wrist and drags you out of the apartment. Upon entering an empty alley, the angel holds you and launches up into the sky. Hold the flying dog for dear life while Toast shuffles within your pocket. Wind rushes by as day turns to night, the three of you approaching the cultist camp. Heavy vegetation and starry sky cloaks your descent. It's already 9 in the evening. Ever cautious, Lucian instructs everyone to survey the scene first. The three of you hide behind a particularly bushy bush and watch the gate. Is the bush bushy? How bushy is the bush? It's very bushy, like, how very bushy? Is it like on a scale from 1 to 10? Got it, 11. The three of you hide behind a particularly bushy bush and watch the gate.
Looks like the gate has 2 guards!
We'll have to wait until someone visits, that way we can observe how they get in. What if no one shows up?
Then we go with plan B. Plan... beat their asses!
Shh! Someone is approaching the gate. A huddle of cultists approach the gate. The guard stops them.
Halt! If you are a brother of the cloth, present the password.
One of the huddled cultists steps forward, forming a circle above their head with both paws and shrieking into the night. The never-ending circle of life and death! The cultist pirouettes to form the letter P with his body. With the great teacher's blessing, we will finally be free from this woeful cycle. One guard turns to the other, nods, and presents the gate open for the cultists. Good, now we know the password. Ugh, do I really have to do that? That's so embarrassing. Well, I obviously can't, since I'm the one you're bringing in.
Guys, I know I don't say this enough, but I love you guys. No matter how tonight turns out, remember that.
A bit early to be giving that speech, don't you think? Why would you say that? You think we won't make it out tonight? Toast shrugs.
Anything can happen. I've learned that when jobs go south, it's too late to speak from the heart when you're 6 feet under.
Duly noted. Toast, you go on ahead. We'll be right behind you. The ghost nods and floats ahead. The hyena stops in front of the guards to blow raspberry at them. Fortunately, they can't see him and he skips on past the gate. That is Toast's beige flag. I'm sorry, Toast does not have any red flags. He has beige flags. Like, you're just doing your own thing, and all of a sudden you just hear... You're like, holy fuck, what was that? And then you realize that Toast imploded. He didn't explode, he imploded. Fortunately, they can't see him and he skips on past the gate. Lucian and you walk further away before leaving the bushes and approaching the guards in clear view.
Halt! Who goes there?
It's just me. I got a new recruit to bring in. Hello, other people in cloaks. Nice night, isn't it?
You? Alone? Why are you separated from your group?
Oh, my leader gave me special permission. Yeah, cause this friend of ours is such a promising member. Grab Lucian by the shoulder and break into a weak smile. The great teacher accepts all, but has he paid his dues? Come again? The guard shakes his head. He looks to the other guard who shoots him a look of disbelief. First ranker, you will not earn the great teacher's love if you forget the basics of recruitment. You're supposed to collect the mandatory fee from all interested to join. Oh, that fee. My leader has it. Yep. Oh, a little old first ranker like me won't hold on to anything that valuable. And don't waste time. Give me the password and get in. Red twitches and you bury your anxiety with a shaky laugh. Take a deep breath and form a circle above your head with both hands. Oh, the never-ending cycle of life and death. Are we seriously paying the vanguard of an organized religion just to scam them out of their magical powers? You break the dance and try to pirouette, but accidentally kick Lucian in the shins. Still, you carry on and form the letter P with your body. With the great teacher's blessing, we will finally be free from the woeful cycle. R.I.P. Lucian. An uneasy second passes by where no one speaks. Where are these first rankers picking these things up? You know we don't actually need to pose like that, right? Hear Lucian snickering behind you. Get inside before you make even more of a fool of us. The gate to the campsite swings open and you rush in with Lucian. Is the fucking camp half-blood? Please tell me someone knows what I just referenced. A fucking Percy Jackson. I referenced Percy Jackson. It is a Bansha appose. Percy Jackson is a book series, but I was referring to the movie, Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. Your eyes dart around anxiously. See a large tent in the middle of the clearing and several smaller ones surrounding it, as Lucian said. Cultists mill around in small groups, many weaving bags and sewing black hoods. The furs and leathers appear to be local game and fauna. A few take notice of you staring at them. They smile and wave back to you. Pull the hood down to cover your face. Where you can process your next move, another cultist approaches and snatches Lucian by the wrist. You, the prospective member, come with me. We have a special presentation for all who are interested in joining our teacher's circle. Lucian doesn't budge. Okay, but when will Lucian get the air fryer? Yes, can we murder this Steve? Developer, if you're seeing this, can we do that? Can we murder this Steve? Also, when is Lucian getting his air fryer? Jack Black. I am Steve. Lucian doesn't budge. He's with me. I'll take him to the presentation. You? New member initiation is always handled by a second rank or higher. Know your place. I didn't mean anything by it. Raise your shaky hands in an attempt to pacify the cultist. I just adore the great teacher, and I just want to do well to rise up like you. Then continue your chores. You've already done well by escorting our new member. Now come with me, new one. Let us show you the glory of our teacher. Lucian and you lock eyes and nod in acknowledgement. You'll have to go through the campsite on your own. Coming, I hope there will be snacks with this show. You'll love the pomegranate punch and the nutritious gray mash. It's to die for. Lucian is led right towards the center of the clearing into the large tent. So that big tent is also where they welcome new recruits. Then where does the leader sleep? You head eastward from the gate, peeking through the tents, and you pass for anything suspicious while giving the occasional nod at cultists who acknowledge you. You hope your sheepish nods are enough though, because it's the safest gesture to avoid suspicion. Your ears flick about in search of the faint hum of magic, but you sense nothing of the sort. Walking along the perimeter, you cast a small portal, but sense something dampening your spell. No matter how hard you try, you cannot open a portal beyond the camp fence. Every spell that protects the camp from external magic externally is resisting magic escaping too. Keep that in mind. Where to next? Deeper eastward or the tents by the gate? There's a cave? The diamonds are waiting? Holy shit! Steve is there? We're going to fucking kill Steve unless it's Jack Black. You continue walking past tents until... Hey, you. Huh? A brown German shepherd approaches you carrying a half-knit hoodie. You look free. Tell me to finish this hood. The rest of my group left to finish cooking, leaving me behind with all the sewing. Sure? Can you grab the thread and needle over there? They gesture with their elbow towards a box of sewing materials. Walk over to pick up a needle with the thread already fed through. Alright, just continue on sewing this one. I'd rather not touch a needle because a great teacher predicted I'll die by one. Don't take this the wrong way, but how many do you need to sew? Just 600 more to go. I beg your finest fucking pardon! I'm sorry. What? 600? But that's insane for one person to do all that work. Work? No, it's a blessing, remember? Plus, it is manageable with all 5 of us, but my group isn't here now. That's like... 125 per person. Which, like, it's doable in, like, a week, but damn! The group isn't here now. Right. You haphazardly poke the needle through the hood, knowing almost nothing about sewing. Your shaky hands accidentally flick the needle through the air, pricking the cultist's shoulder. The cultist falls to the ground and rolls side to side.
It's here! The cursed prophecy has come true! AFK!
Oh, calm down, I just pricked you. Why did I think I could take off my armor today of all days? It hurts! The pain! I think I'm bleeding out! He isn't. Look, I'll get help, okay? The great teacher will be able to save you, are they? Teacher isn't here yet! He's still out preparing for the big announcement! Perfect! I mean, then point me in the direction of his tent and maybe there's something that can help us in there. The cultist continues to roll around, howling in dramatic pain. I don't know where the teacher sleeps. I think I see the light. Don't go to the light, or do whichever you think is best. The tired cultist has fainted. Zero, yes. This fucking game. I need to replay this on my own. Quick, Lug, take his bones. Damn. Okay, I'm going over here now. Take a look. I can't be the only one that noticed that. I cannot be the only one that noticed that. Look at it, he just steps on his body. He just stepped on his body. That is such a tiny detail that they didn't need to add. And they did, and I am so happy. And I still think I'm talking in auto-tune, but I know I'm not. You take a look around the other tents, but find nothing of particular interest. Go to the tents by the gate. You turn back and explore the tents closest to the gate. A pair of female cultists are cooking something with a foul odor in a pot. Your eyes water. Even covering your nose doesn't dull the smell.
Hey, Steve.
The voice is high-pitched and feminine. They wave you to come over. Damn it. Cautiously approach the duo.
Have some punch, my man.
You look tense. Gordon Ramsay would be disappointed in you. Oh, I'm not that thirsty. Chill, chill. You're like radiating some negative chi. Teacher wouldn't want that. Says like we are all about the good vibes, no strife, no stress. Yeah, we're going to live forever, bro. I just punched my lamp. We have all the time in the world. Come and drink with us. Just punched my fucking lamp. Got to play along. Don't let them suspect anything. Sure, it's been a while, I suppose, since I had punch. One of the cultists pours the foul fluid into a clay mug and passes it to you. The stench has your stomach in knots. What is this stuff? I'm a fucking demon and this makes me sick. Drink has a flowery and sweet smell that is all too familiar. All the same scent when Morse first threw that powder to daze and alter your cognition. There's more to this drink, but you don't know what else is inside. Has everyone here been downing this without a second thought? More importantly, how did their leader get their hands on this? Cheers to the great teacher! Cheers! Raise the drink up and let it fall into your waiting mouth. Whoa! We got another punch fan! Down the hatch then, everyone! Little did they know that you've opened a portal inside your mouth, letting the drink pour out harmlessly beneath a nearby bush. The drink's power of inoculation takes hold of the other two. Their eyes glaze over as they struggle to stay upright. What are we talking about? I don't remember. They're touching each other's faces in a daze. Oh, they are high. They are very fucking high. They're doing drugs. Remember, drugs will fuck you up. Don't do them. Here are some examples. See, this one will make you feel like you're making love to God. This one will make you feel like you are God. Oh, they are currently in the 5th dimension orbiting the fucking... I don't know. Yeah, they're orbiting Jupiter. They're currently in the 5th dimension orbiting Jupiter. They are high. They are not on this planet anymore. They're touching each other's faces in a daze. Now's my chance. Oh, wow! Yee! This feels good! You shuffle side to side, trying to imitate the other's reactions. I'm so relaxed right now. I just remember why I was so stressed. I was supposed to clean the teacher's tent grounds, but I forgot where he stayed. That's cool, bro. We forget all the time. Heck, right now, I can't even remember if this is my left hand or my right. They raise their right hand to their face. Wow! Did I always have fur? Silly Steve. You always get so weird after punch. As for you, Steve. She points at you. The leader of the tent is right behind the temple tent. They point at the big tent Lucian was taken to. Thanks. Really appreciate it. Let's have another drink. Yes. I am having way too much fun with auto-tune. You silently step away as the two of them start to fill their clay mugs again with punch. Take a look around the other tents, but find nothing of particular interest. Wave of unease washes over you while you head for the meeting point. The bizarreness of everything makes it hard for you to even anticipate what will happen next. Cutting through the circle of tents, you maneuver to the outhouse with caution. Use the other members as camouflage, standing close to them whenever you feel eyes are upon you. At the meeting point, Toast peeks out from behind a stall and motions you to the back. Lucian, Toast, thank goodness you guys got here safely. Angel stands with his arms crossed. He takes out his tablet and activates a spell that distorts everyone's speech. The coast is clear, but better to be safe than sorry. What did you guys find out?
Bupkis! I checked every tent! If someone isn't praying to the teacher guy, they're either making something lame or cooking something gross.
They're the usual activities of the first rankers. The second ranks are still out leading groups and recruiting members. You know this how? The introductory video they showed in the temple is very informative. It's not a real temple, but the tent is their temporary gathering spot whenever the leader has an announcement to make, or for their daily worship to him. It's just a temple? How do we know the leader isn't hiding something in there?
There was. I didn't see any of it when I was there.
There is magic here, but not in the temple. I would have sensed it. Did you find any leads? Just one, the leader's tent. It's right behind the temple. Went past that tent, I didn't sense anything from it. Toast, did you even see into that tent? Toast rests his hand on his chin as he recalls his prior reconnaissance.
Pretty sure I did. Nothing stood out about it.
Here's the only lead we've got. Let's check it out. Then let's make haste. I told that cultist group that I was going to the washroom. They might start suspecting something after I'm gone for so long. Aw, your first lie. I didn't lie. I really did have to come here.
Someone's coming!
Let's move. You have your hurry to the leader's tent. You pretend to be escorting Lucian to keep off of you both. Oh my god, what did they think they said? More Kobu impreg? That is a good question. Kobu impreg. You're struck with disbelief upon entering the tent. There's nothing in here! The tent is mostly bare. A beaten-up sofa lies in the middle with a green labeled tin with a brand of malt chocolate drink powder placed upon a wooden coffee table.
This guy's more broke than you, Kobu!
Could it be they came without any of their belongings? No. Jin said we'll find the source of their power here. There has to be some trick somewhere.
Maybe there is no trick. Can't the guy just have powers like you guys?
Hyena picks up the green tin. Mortals with powers end up like Morris. Not something of this scale. Toast shrugs.
This thing is dirt!
He gives the tin a rub. A plume of multi-power shoots out from the tin and sucks the ghost into it. Metal container falls and the ghost is nowhere to be seen. Toast, where'd he go? Tin rolls around until it coughs up another plume of powder. Toast reappears.
Where'd you guys go?
Us? You're the one who suddenly vanished. How'd you do that?
I don't know. I was rubbing that can 1 minute, the next I was in some dingy room. Glad the door led back here.
A room? The tin. Is it a pocket space or maybe some kind of teleportation spell? Cook, we need to check it out. Pick up the tin. Now, hang on. We need a plan. We can't just... I used the same Photoshop effect, I think. Rub the tin as if to expect a genie. Your vision became blanketed by chocolatey powder. When it clears, you're standing inside a small room, your back pressed against a door. Strong magical energy lashes beside you. Turn to see a jet black motorcycle jacket hanging on a mannequin. Next to it, a blood-red crystal floats midair, its seed-like surface reflecting your very own visage ominously, as if beckoning you closer. In front of you, there's a steel safe the size of a fridge. This is a handy trick. Where did you learn it from? Lucian and Toast appear in a puff of powder next to you.
Really, Kobu? I wish you didn't run into things so easily.
We should work fast. This is probably what we're looking for. Let's get rid of the magical stuff first. The three of you approach the items on the right side of the room.
Hey, that jacket! It's Archon's jacket!
Are you sure?
I would never forget Archon's smell! That's the one! Mind holding onto it for me, Kobu? I wouldn't want to lose it again.
Sure, I'll hang on to it. You undress the mannequin, wearing both jacket sleeves around your waist and tie them into a knot. You know how ordinary the leather jacket is until you find a pin attached to it. The pin has an image of a laurel, reminding you of the many laurels etched into the walls of the underworld. You would ponder more about this, but there is no time for it now. This crystal is dangerous. Someone's been collecting soul energy into this thing. Angel bends over to get a better look at the item. Looks like a fair time to use the device Jin gave us. Pulls out the black cube from his pocket and directs it at the seed-like crystal. Nothing happens. Thrust the cube closer. Nothing. Are you sure that thing is on? Lucian turns to you with exasperation. I'm not sure. There's no switch on this thing.
Try blowing onto it.
Lucian attempts to blow on the cube, but nothing happens. This isn't working. We better dispose of the jewel somewhere else. Pockets a crystalline cube. Then that leaves the safe.
Sin problema. Déjamelo no mi. No mi. Déjamelo. No. Déjamelo a mi.
Hang on, I'm actually going to try to pronounce this properly. Sin problema. Déjamelo a mi. Did I butcher that? Because I do not know how to speak Spanish. I'm sorry. It's good enough. I know, it said tick. Toast floats over to the safe and gives a good old look.
Looks like a Lackalon brand safe, newer than those back in the day, but...
He phases into the safe.
Little turn here, a slap there, and a kiss for good luck.
Hear the click and turn of gears before the safe door swings open. Toast steps out of the metal box. Whoa!
If I had this ghost body when I was alive, all them heists would have been a breeze.
There are so many things wrong with that statement. Guys, look, there's stacks of cash in the safe. The safe is filled almost to the brim with more dollar bills than you'll ever see working at Sunny Fruits in your entire life. Atop this stack of money lies a tablet. Oh, we hit the jackpot with all this money. I could buy that exclusive collector's edition of Mizuki. Lucian lands a quick chop on your head. Those are ill-gotten gains. We're destroying it.
What a waste.
Hang on, what's this? Grab the tablet and the other two lean close next to you. Long press the power button turns on the device only for you to face a password lock screen. Damn it. It's locked. Hey, do you know how to crack a tablet? The Demon Lord stumped it by a mere tablet. There's possibly sensitive information inside. I don't want to risk doing anything that will damage it.
You need a crack? Give it to me. I've got one heck of a throwing arm.
Not like that!
And try 230856.
What? Why?
Because that's what the sticker on the back says for password.
Flip the device. You flip the device. The device. Feeling like a fool for not checking it first. After inputting the code, the tablet unlocks itself. Bizarrely, there is only one messaging app on the home screen. Far more bizarre, there is one person the leader has been in communications with. A contact by the name Evil Eye. Latest conversations between the two did not end well. What do you mean you're coming to Kibbleton? Those are not my orders.
Mortal kind will not take orders from filth like you. You've served your part.
Traitor! Take one step in Kibbleton and I'll make sure you never leave.
Your threats are meaningless. My followers and I will be rid of those monsters you're allying with.
I'll leave you last so you can watch how your hubris costs you everything. I offer this mercy. Pledge your allegiance to me, Genie, or you'll share a grave with your comrades. I made you. No one double-crosses me. No one, you hear? A cult leader and a genie? Couldn't be, could it? Scrolling further back shows that those two have been in contact for years. Their first contact? I see from the forum post that you have uncovered the truth of the world, that monsters are pulling the strings behind shadows. Yes, exactly! I never believed in the supernatural, but then a guy I worked with gave me these contact lenses and I could see them. My poor friend had their soul sucked out by a chupacabra. I'm not crazy. These monsters are wearing disguises. They're hiding among us. We need to take action and stop them. Free the masses. Oh, I believe you. In fact, I think you and I want the same thing. Freedom and so much more. And I know how I can help you get it. What? How? Let's talk further. Our conversation continued with the Evil Eye agreeing to supply Prometheus with information on where to gather mystical artifacts in exchange for Prometheus following the genie's orders. All this so they can both take down the tyrant of Kibbleton and usurp the mythical creatures and their hold on mortals. Soft ringing sound catches your attention, followed by the increasing frequency of ticks you've been picking up this whole time. Wait, stop! Do you hear that?
Hear what?
Right, that ticking sound is getting faster and faster. It's coming from you! He gasps and digs through his pocket. The angel pulls out the cube, now glowing bright red and pulsating with soul energy. The cube, you activated it? No, it did on its own. What do we do? Just leave it here. It's supposed to destroy all these things, right? I don't think that's all that's going to destroy. The energy level on this thing is climbing. At this rate, it's enough power to wipe out this entire camp.
Gary's glasses! Ah, just get rid of it!
Throws the bomb at you.
I don't want it!
Throw the bomb at Toast.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Pass it back to Lucian.
Stop, there's a timer here, there's 5 minutes left. Oh, bugger these cultists and the tricks, I just want to chuck this nonsense right back at them.
Angel's hands tremble as he rings them over the cube. His internal struggle shows within his downcast eyes. Wonder if he really is considering just leaving the bomb here. You reach out to grab his shoulder gently, caring not to set him off. Snaps his head back up. Eyes unfocused for one moment, but then present and resolute the next.
Oh, rubbish preservation of mortal lives. We need to move, now!
Lucian summons an arrow and fires it at the stack of money. The arrow explodes upon contact and the safe erupts into flames. Y'all scramble for the door with Lucian hugging the bomb tightly against his chest. The tin can that connects you to this space erupts in malty powder, and you all appear back on the other side.
What's that noise? It's coming from the teacher's tent. Who's there?
2 cultists rush into the tent. You take out the disguise from before and toss it at them while summoning a portal beneath you and Lucian.
Hang on to me, Toast. Where'd they go? Sound the alarm. We've got intruders.
Your portal takes you near to the camp gate. The sound of the alarm drums fill the air. Distant megaphone announces that there are intruders in the camp. Upholders of the woeful cycle have infiltrated our camp. 3 spineless standouts were spotted escaping from our great teacher's quarters. Find them! To your horror, the once docile cultists seem emboldened by the announcement. They seize whatever they can find as a weapon, and they're searching for you and your fellow fugitives. Signal to Lucian and Toast to be quiet so you can sneak your way out of the camp. They nod back at you. Just as you turn to take your first step, you accidentally trip on a stray pot of pomegranates onto the ground.
Gary's ass!
Your soaring is cut short as Lucian pulls you up by the collar. A pitchfork cutting through the air and landing where your head would have been.
Run, don't stop!
Turn towards the gate.
No robes?
Stop them! 2 guards at the gate lunge at you both. Your fighting instincts kick in, triggering the muscle memory built from years of training by Fortis on how to disarm mortals without harming their souls. You kick them in the groin really hard. The job is set. It works! That's it! You just kick them in the balls! You kick them in the groin really hard. Your opponent falls to the ground, howling in pain. My balls! Lucian chops at the other guard's neck, causing them to collapse.
You guys did it!
4 minutes. Grabbing Lucian's hand, you run as fast as you can. Behind you, the sound of hurried feet grows steady. Make a quick right turn in the forest, freeing you to cast your portal unseen.
They ran into the forest!
Destroy the outsiders. Stay close to me. Don't know how close they are, but you open portal after portal in hopes of losing your pursuers.
Kobu, the bomb!
2 minutes. Struggle to hear Lucian crying out as you focus on escaping the cultists. Concentration breaks as the angel shakes his hand free from you.
Kobu, stop! We must deal with the bomb right now!
Gasp for air, looking around and realizing you're standing in the middle of a hiking trail surrounded by trees. Cultists draw near. Toast, I'm going to try to block them. Keep an eye out. Ghost takes to the sky. Lucian looks up as well, his eyes widening as the gears in his mind turn. Using your portal, you force a tree to project horizontally, blocking the path behind you.
Now stop them! They're blocked, but it won't hold them for long!
Turn to the angel. Where do we get rid of the bomb? 1 minute.
Give it to me, I'll take it to the skies, I can't die!
No, this amount of magic will rip you to shreds!
The angel looks to you wide-eyed and lips trembling.
Launch me! Portal me up into the sky!
But...
No buts! 30 seconds left! Launch me!
Lucian turns to the ghost.
Make sure you get him home and keep him safe.
No!
Toast and Lucian, stop with the beige flags! Toast nods fearfully. There's no time for hesitation. You open a portal in front of the angel along with the exit as far up into the sky as you can go, just right above the trees of the forest. Like a golden crow, Lucian's wings emerge from his back. The angel runs through the portal and cascading and descending at breakneck speed. Look into the night sky, spotting the angel's accent. Get away now, please! Just toss it and get out of there! You can barely make out Lucian's form. The angel rises ever higher, but something halts his ascent. and then he plummets towards the ground. 10 seconds remain. You rush forward hoping to catch him. The angel draws his bow and fires the bomb. The bright red glow of the bomb trails the arrow's flight path. Lucian attempts to draw a great distance from the bomb, but then... boom. A loud ringing follows the explosion. Fantastical vines of color burst out across the night sky. A cascade of colorful soul energy radiates from the explosion. Both the bomb and the crystal must have been attached to the arrow. Then the air itself burns a noxious color, as though a knife is driven through the sky, ripping its flesh apart. Next comes the aftershock. A tempest of wind kicks up as the very forest itself shakes. Raw, untamed magical energy whipping about, stripping trees bare. Lucian! Turned cold at the sight of Lucian caught within the edge of the blast. The radiant blast pushes the angel back to Earth, his wings motionless as he crash lands in the forest to the west of you. Start running towards where Lucian fell, but Toast holds you back.
You gotta get out of here, Kobu! We gotta move!
Your eyes are drawn in by the growling ball of energy in the sky. You stand frozen in place as it grazes the tip of the surrounding canopy, disintegrating leaves and branches into ashes. A bright flash of light erupts from within the noxious air, blinding you before the magic collapses in on itself and vanishes into nothingness. Opening your eyes, everything seems as it were just minutes ago.
Kobu, we don't got time to daydream, the cultists are still coming.
But Lucian... he got hit, we have to find him!
No time for that, I gotta get you to safety!
But... what was that noise? And all that wind, it felt like a tornado. The trees are damaged, was it an earthquake? Who cares, those intruders are still somewhere around here. Get around the tree and keep looking. Sound of rustling leaves and approaching footsteps agitates Toast. He snarls at the oncoming threat, then back at you.
No buts!
Ghost grabs you by the collar and pulls you off your feet.
Care for Lucian, then you won't let his sacrifice be in vain. He knows what he's doing, now get your head in the game or we're all screwed!
You wince in pain, but you know he's right. I understand. He lets go of you. Gritting your teeth, you cast another portal and continue your escape back to town. Summon every ounce of power you have to maintain a stream of portals. The trek back takes hours. The sun begins to rise as you approach your apartment door. With a moment to breathe, the adrenaline runs out. Your body beyond exhausted from casting portal after portal. You can sense that you've used up what little reserve of power you have for the day. We made it. Drag yourself to the couch before giving up and just lying flat on the floor. Toast looks just as bad as you feel. His already see-through complexion even more transparent than usual. The ghost leans against the wall and slumps down onto the floor. As worried as you are for the hyena, you haven't a second stopped wondering how you're going to get to Lucian. You need to find Lucian. Struggle to pull yourself up.
No, I'll go.
He rises ever so slightly only to slide back down onto a sitting position. Can't even move. I'll go. Remain glued to the ground.
Me? Tired? I can keep going all day.
Probably got corrupted by those cultists. It's dangerous for you to go back out there.
No, I can't. Nothing can stop the Toast. Nothing.
He passes out. Toast, talk to me, buddy. Talk. Drained of energy, you two pass out. Your slumber brings with it a haunting nightmare, your body tossing and turning. Find yourself within an endless forest, trunks stretching up as far as the eye can see just to meet a canopy that blankets every twinkling star in the sky. You walk with heavy, labored footsteps, knowing that you must press on. You must return to your companions. For a reason unknown, you cannot hear out of your right ear, an unsettling experience twisting your coarse senses. Yet, you still press on. Look at your paws, once golden fur, now singed black, a river of blood dripping from your digits. Stumble over your next step, pain pierces your chest. Yet, you still press on. Must go back. Kobu's waiting. Lucian! Loud thump startles you awake. Gotta get up! Jump to your feet. Toast is still asleep, but his lower half is phased to the floor. I need to find him. Every step feels like you're learning to walk for the first time. Your body hasn't completely regained its strength. You open the door and there stands Lucian. Where do you think you're going? Lucian! The angel holds onto the door frame for support. His face is dirtied by soot and dried blood. His feet and pants are stained brown, probably from the long walk back here. His remaining wings bends in an unusual position, and his once white feathers are singed black. You're missing a wing and bleeding everywhere. We need to get you help. His eyes roll back into his head and he falls forward. You catch and lower him to the ground and his broken wing disappears. Lucian, no. Turn to Toast. Toast, get the first aid kit in the bathroom. Toast is startled awake.
What? I wasn't asleep. Lucy?
Toast, first aid, bathroom, now!
On it!
Ghost flies towards the bathroom while you drag Lucian into the apartment. Set his unconscious body on the floor and sit next to his head. What do? I don't know anything about healing spells. Pull out your name, but the pain is nothing. You pull out your mane, but the pain is nothing compared to the torment stabbing at you from within. Hospital, no, these injuries are beyond the mortal form. Those doctors can't treat this. Toast!
I'm looking, I still can't find it.
Morse, I need to call him. Hands are shaking as you pull out your phone. Lucian coughs off a splutter of blood. Please, no, don't do this. I can't. Not like this. Come on, think. The anxiety becomes too much and you drop your phone. Loud of pain cries, your paws tremble over Lucian's body. Loud chime rings as Lucian's halo ring springs out of his chest and floats above you. What's happening? Downed user detected. Scanning for appropriate secondary users nearby. The halo fires beams of light that circle the room. Secondary user detected. Kobu. Dismissed Demon Lord. Activating emergency call. What? Ring floats further upwards and flips over. A surge of familiar energy erupts from the ring, bathing the space around you in gray and creating a space untouched by time. You rub your eyes as you stand before the floating ring. Both frustration and relief boil away in the pit of your stomach. A captivating and animated voice sounds from the halo in your surroundings.
Dude! You're not even halfway back to the underworld and you've busted one of my staff! You're lucky I managed to sneak away into the washroom to make this call.
You look back down at Lucian's unconscious body. Your hands tremble with rising fury. Knock it off with the jokes, Gary! Lucian is dying! The ring sighs.
There's no dying for angels and demons. Their existence and non-existence.
And their forms just reflections of their powers. I don't need your corrections. His mortal form is very much alive and we're wasting time.
I've stopped time within this apartment unit for everyone but the two of us. Lucian's wounds will not worsen. We don't have all the time in the world, though. My absence gets noticed, we'll be in hot water. Do you like my pocket time seal? Thought of it on the fly.
It's...
Not good.
There's a whimper in his voice. He always gets this way whenever there's a hint of criticism towards his artworks. Not bad. Not a bad spell at all.
Really? Ah, thanks. Now, back to the issue at hand.
Like a switch, he switched his tone fast. You need to make a choice. Lucian's body is gravely broken. By all accounts, he is unfit to continue this mission. What are you saying? I'm saying if he's come this far but is out of commission, perhaps you would do better with someone else.
You dick! Whoa, douse that fire, kitty.
I'm just looking out for Owen's best interest.
How is this anyone's best interest?
Hey, I get the optics do not look good, but it's still my responsibility to guard the well-being of all my employees. It isn't fair to him. He wants to see this mission through. Do you know how much he looks up to you?
Him and every other angel.
Not cool, Gary. He works hard and he's open to learning so much. Deep down, he really cares about morals. He even took a bomb and saved lives for the sake of the mission. Dedication like that is irreplaceable. Lucian is irreplaceable.
You really want him that badly, don't you? The old me would have struck you down for talking back like that.
Though his voices cheer, you treat his words with caution. If I was the old me, I'd let you. I know you don't owe me anything, but please, don't take Lucian away.
Very well. I respect your hustle and I need you on board more than ever. If that means putting my faith in Lucian again, then so be it.
Yeah, Gary really said, damn, Kobu, you're down bad. A golden ball of light forms at the center of the ring. It floats down onto Lucian's forehead and envelops his body.
Healing him will deactivate some function of the halo, but I doubt he was using Solitaire, the mind-reading app.
What was that last one?
More importantly, I don't think that I'll be able to rescue you both willy-nilly. You only get one.
I didn't know we were keeping count of our miracles.
Really think your soul energy grows on trees? Besides, this is necessary security measures lest we be discovered. Now rise, Lucian!
Lucian's body continues to glow. You hear Gary clearing his throat from the other side. Is it not working?
It is, it's just taking longer than expected.
Ah.
Tell you what, since I'm using my once-in-a-decade lunch break talking to you, might as well make the most of it. You know that you have questions, if not, I must still figure out the perspective on the next blueprint I'm drawing. Either way, it's cool with me.
Let me think. Yeah, we're going to do all of them. Because I love Lucian. When I was kicked out of the underworld, I ran to the nearest church and prayed to you for help. Why didn't you do anything?
I know you did. I saw your prayer pop up in my spam folder not too long after your firing notice was put up, but I couldn't have done anything.
You couldn't?
Kobu, your firing was official. No, Vendrake wouldn't be able to do what he's doing now.
Official to who? We're God and Demon Lord. Who do we have to answer to?
You have to ask me that, then you're not ready to know.
Gary, there's no time for riddles.
It isn't a riddle, it's a fact. Listen to me, regardless of our connection, our two companies have a bound treaty to each other, one that I must honor to keep the peace. After what binds us as God and Demon Lord is something far more ancient than ourselves. That's why I had to be careful in all this. I just don't understand. I wish I could tell you more, but there are possible repercussions.
The halo falls silent. You cock your head to the side, wondering if there's a connectivity issue. Almost fall back when you hear Gary's voice exclaim, words fail to make sense, and both of you cry out simultaneously. Head feels on the verge of exploding, your vision blurring and your consciousness hanging on by a thread. That darn, I should have known better than to try that. What was that?
No more questions about that. You're messing with forces you can't comprehend.
Shaking the headache away, you look back up to piece together the words you need. It's just I really needed someone back then. Well, I'm not blaming you now. I've already moved past that. It's just things were dark. My hopes were hanging on by a spider thread, and you weren't there.
If I could be there for everyone, I would. There are just some things even God cannot fix.
You look dejected at the halo. Alas, this is all you can do for now. Alright, then why did you send Lucian if you had other candidates lined up? The clinking of coins being inserted into a machine is followed by the sound of a paper cup filling with liquid. Are you getting a drink?
Hey, I've been up for days trying to finish my last commission. Let me have my caffeine.
He sips loudly.
As for Lucian, you just happen to be in the right place at the right time.
You wipe your face with your hand. I'm getting mixed messages about how much you want this plan of yours to succeed.
There's always room for improvement in a good plan.
You're deflecting the question.
Am I deflecting or are you feeling deflected?
Here goes again with his vagueness. He does this every time. Get a sense there's more to this than Gary's letting on. But you don't know if pushing the topic further will get you anywhere. You decide against asking any further. Fine, I suppose.
Really? You're just okay with that answer?
Yeah, I mean, I trust you know what you're doing.
Huh. I expect you to say something like, "Damn it, Gary, can't you show me some respect and just tell it to me straight," something like that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. Remember the Heaven Underworld convention when you first took over and we met for the very first time?
Vaguely. You turn your head away from the halo.
Do you remember throwing a tantrum so terrible it caused an earthquake?
Hey, you would too if someone promises to give you a gift and throws holy water at you.
Like I said back then, it was symbolic. I was going to let you mark me soot from the underworld. So as a demonic maggot pie to my face is just as good.
It was one of my best moments. Because you know I suck at interpreting performative arts.
There was a time when we were deciding what to do with the soul in limbo. You got so frustrated at me shutting down your ideas, you set your own off on fire with that flame above your head.
Alright, can we stop reliving the greatest hits of my incompetence?
No, not incompetence. More like anxious desperation to prove yourself. You were a mess, no offense.
None taken. Why are you doing any of this in the first place? I've been replaced. Even if you didn't like Vendrake, wouldn't it be easier to negotiate with him or replace him with one of the other generals?
Bro, they didn't try diplomacy. For Vendrake, it's the underworld first, no matter who he has to step on to keep it that way. I have souls reporting that they're getting tortured before even being tested. That demon is beyond negotiating. Also, what do you think your job is? It's not something you can just give away.
It's a job, anyone can do it.
Speaking as a guy who gets reincarnated every time a new demon lord pops up, no, it's not a job. Think it's easy being the one in charge of billions of souls, understanding them and giving them what they need to maintain the cycle of life and death?
If it's all that, then you're barking up the wrong tree for a demon lord.
Kobu,
I don't think I can do it.
Then I'll wait until you do. I'm not giving up on a bro. We need each other, remember that.
I'm up to speed, there's nothing else I want to ask. Halo bobs up and down as though it's nodding.
And I've got one. Are you dating my employee, Kobu?
I mean... Yes. You cough on your own saliva.
Excuse me? Define yes right there.
Definite yes right there. Lucy and I are working together to get King back, nothing more.
Really? All this time with Lucian watching you, being near you, eating with you, and you don't have feelings developing?
Gary, please, people don't fall in love in a week. Besides, angels and demons aren't supposed to mix by law. It's absurd to even consider it.
A week feels much longer to me. After all, you two have been in a lot of shenanigans.
Halo emits a static noise and reveals an image of you and Lucian head-to-head during the exchange of magical energy. Ah, you saw that?
You reported it to me. He keeps a tight file on you.
That's just work-related exchange. You know, to unlock back some of my powers.
Just saying, people don't speak up for just anyone. Nor beg God himself to save their acquaintance's mortal life. Well, if you aren't interested, then good, I won't allow it.
You won't allow it? You have no right.
Hello, who created angels? Also, didn't you just say it violates our rules?
I don't care. You have no business in determining how we feel. If I like him, I'll let him know.
You will you? What, are you going to take him on a movie night or something? I'll get the biggest popcorn for us to share! Gary scoffs. What's next, a bouquet of flowers and sweet poetry? The sweetest! And a passionate kiss to end the night?
What am I saying? Gary bursts into laughter. You blush, realizing that he tricked you into saying all that. Gary.
Look, all jokes aside, your feelings are none of my business. I myself don't see value in upholding old war-era laws that serve no purpose. But whatever you choose to do, please don't break Lucian's heart.
What do you mean by that? You eye the device with suspicion. Do you know?
God, we may have been working together for only a short while, but I've had enough lifetimes to know when someone is just playing a long con.
And wow, the charades, you know I'm not going through with getting my job back.
I still believe you do the right thing.
You look upon Lucian's sleeping face. Does he know?
That I can't say.
Lucian.
Our little reunion is coming to an end. Gotta start up my art stream for all of art up above to watch, or they'll suspect something is up. Time will start again. You know, I never realize how much I miss our little chats. I do hope you get to do it again.
Thank you for saving him.
Give what I said some thought. One last thing. I know Lucian can be a bit of a stubborn type. If things get difficult, here is a way to smoothen things out.
Halo floats closer and whispers its secrets.
That's all. Good luck, Demon Lord.
Halo flashes before disappearing. Sense the flow of time running once more. Toast comes out of the bathroom with the white first aid box in hand.
Got the first aid kit!
Rushes over and you both look at Lucian. His body looks completely untouched, with not a wound or blood stain in sight.
Yeah, he looks okay.
Yeah, seems so.
How'd that happen?
First aid kit in his hand slips through his ghosty grip and lands right on Lucian's face.
Mother of gooses!
Startled Angel sits up straight.
You're awake! Lucy!
You and Toast hug the angel from each side.
What's happening? Why are we hugging? I can't remember much after the explosion.
You scared the shit out of me. I thought you were going to die.
Yeah, Gomu patched you up somehow.
Lucian pushes both of you back but keeps his eyes on you.
You did?
Well, to be exact, Gary did. I mostly watched.
Lord Gary? He came down out of his busy schedule just to save me?
His eyes light up at the sound of his employer's name. He came swooping in to save you. You're invaluable to him. Angel cups his hand and places them against his heart, his own prayer. Thank you for putting your trust in me, Lord Gary.
If you ask me, I think he made your ears crooked.
Lucian leers at him for the joke. How are you feeling, by the way? No different than before we left for the camp.
That Gary guy must know his stuff.
He's the greatest, and he's graced us all with his presence. This means we cannot fail. He's counting on us. That's right, our job's not over yet. Finally, you can turn your attention to the items you've taken from the cult. On the floor lies the jet black jacket Toast has been looking for in the cult leader's tablet.
Yeah, here it is.
The ghost picks up the items and passes you the tablet.
Can't wait to see the look on Archon's face when I show him this.
Toast waves the black jacket in front of you and Lucian. I'm sure he'll be ecstatic. Does this mean we won't be seeing you around anymore now that you have what you're looking for?
Maybe. I'm not really sure about it. I'll figure that out once I drop off the jacket. What about you guys? What's next for you?
Now we deal with this. Hold out the tablet and turn it on. Scroll through the conversation between the cult leader and the genie he has been working with. What are the chances that Jin is the genie that Prometheus guy is working with? It explains a bomb. No witnesses.
Amateur mistake. If you're going to double-cross someone, you better be sure they can't get back at you. Learn that the hard way.
It'd be wise that we don't hand the tablet over so easily. I've seen this dozens of times in crime thrillers. I know just what to do. Are such stories really going to work?
Work? Oh no!
What? My shift is today. What time is it? 12:30. I'm going to be late. You do your thing. I'll meet you at the store after I'm done. Ah! Wait, look. The angel sprints out of the room, not letting you talk to him about calling in sick.
Yes, I'll go too unless you need me for anything.
I think I can handle what's next.
Been fun, Komu!
Toast gives you a wave before he too leaves the room. Spend the rest of the day taking screenshots of the tablet's contents. Morse remains unreachable the entire time, so you decide to bring Lucian to meet Jin after work. Come evening, it's your turn to head to work for the night shift. After work, you and Lucian rendezvous at the abandoned housing area where Jin's can is located. Even in broad daylight, not many come to this part of Kibbleton. You nod reassuringly to each other before summoning the genie. A puff of black smoke jettisons out of the can, revealing the snake.
You too?
You seem surprised. Were you expecting us to fail? Maybe even hoping our plans will blow up in our faces. Jin's face instantly softens.
Of course not.
Her voice is thick with sarcasm.
I had full faith that you two would make it out alive.
It was convenient of you to leave out the fact that you gave us a deadly weapon that triggered on its own.
Is that so? I could have sworn I'd explained it.
We've done your dirty work. Now hand over the information on those underworld gate keys. Jin snaps her fingers and a file materializes in a puff of smoke.
Here, for you.
The genie extends a file before you. You reach for it, but your hand stops above the file. There's an uneasiness about this. Which one? Hang on, I'm gonna save real quick. No, wait, this is too easy. Jin's eyes narrow. Lucian gets into a fighting stance. Is this some kind of trick? Hold out your arm to stop the angel from attacking. No, it's not that. Look into the snake's eyes. You tried to kill us, now you're just handing us what we want and letting us go our merry way? Now that you mention it, what's your game here, genie? It's so suspicious. Are all demons and angels like this? Then again, I wouldn't trust me either. Demon and angel? What are you talking about? You've been spying on us? The cube! Jin smiles widely. Yes, the cube, my greatest work yet. Hid layers of spells over one another. The whole time you've been carrying it, my magic has been scanning you both. The bomb didn't activate my accident. You knew we were close to all the evidence. We just did your dirty work for you. Jin claps her hands slowly. Gold star. You monster. Have you no honor? You can't live on honor, Boy Scout. However, you can make a living if you know who to make the right deals with. The file for our silence. You know we have dirt on you too. Exactly, a win-win for everyone. You get to do whatever it is you want with this stupid gate, and I don't lose my head to Mr. K. You take out the tablet you've been keeping under your shirt. There goes my ace in the hole. On a lesser being, it might have worked. So that's it, you're selling out your own people. You get to betray them and walk away like nothing happened. In a sense, yes, but let's get one thing straight. The rings are not my people, they are my captors. I couldn't care less what happens to them. If you foil their plans, I'm one step closer to freedom. If they crush you first, then we will all be happy with less of your kind getting in our way. Was working with the cult part of your plan to free yourself? It was. I was eating that little sheep to amass an army and invade Kibbleton. Not like chaos, I would have found my lamp and, who knows, maybe enslave everyone here. He just had to spoil it all by getting greedy. Alas, he's not a problem anymore. So do we have a deal? Don't do it, Kobu. We can go to the leader and expose the snake. I'd advise against that. Knowing Mr. K, none of us will be walking with our heads in that situation. Mr. K despises traitors as much as he does demons, after all. You hold out the folder again. You sigh and grab the folder, but Jin doesn't let go. The tablet, if you would be so kind. Look over to Lucian, whose eyes remain fixed upon the snake. He reluctantly nods to let you continue with the deal. Hand over the tablet. It disintegrates into stand within the genie's palm. At the same time, you obtain the folder. Passing it over to Lucian, the angel quickly reads through its contents and verifies it's all in the file. You do know that destroying the tablet doesn't delete the information saved on servers, right? I have my ways to deal with that. It's been a pleasure working with you two. Let's not do it again. Also, if you spot Morris, give him these. Tosses 3 batteries at you. Catch them and put them in your pocket. The demon's presence is no longer detected by your security system, but that boar never claimed his reward. Did something happen to him? Not my business to care. Best outcome, he and the demon destroyed each other. Lucian growls. Come on, they aren't worth it. You both leave. Seems that you have seen Toast's meeting with Archon before. Be great if you want to see it again, but it could be a yes. Toast meets up with Archon to give him back his jacket. Archon asks if he's ready to move on to Las Vegas, but Toast has business to finish in Kibbleton. After giving Toast some ambrosia to clear his corruption, Archon sends Toast back to Kibbleton with his blessing. Back in the other world, Amari and Fortis are leaving after consuming a delicious meal prepared by King. Amari attempts to open a portal to his workshop.
What in the world?
A barrier prevents him from entering his portal.
Sparking cogs!
Fear and anger swell up within the demon's chest. He sprints off in the direction of the elevator. The Frog General sits on top of a bridge that oversees the underworld city. Demons often gather on this bridge to take in the view, admiring all they've accomplished in their lifetime of work. Today there's no one here but the lonesome general. His mind searches for words to describe this unrecognizable fear within him. He recalls Vendrake's message just after he settled with the fallen freelancer.
Have the generals prepare to head to Earth. All of you are to put an end to Kobu. The paperwork for Amari's departure is almost complete. He will be the first. The rest of you better be ready if he fails.
But my lord, Amari is no fighter. He would never agree to this.
He won't have a choice. I've already overseen that. He obeys or he will lose everything he cares about.
There was no room for negotiations, no time to warn Amare. He could only do his part as a good tool, shoot, and obey.
How loathsome!
Nox, you've got some explaining to do.
Amare rushes towards the frog, seemingly ready to thrash him.
Why am I locked out of my own workshop? Even the elevator won't go to my floor.
Nox croaks.
Your workshop has been seized by orders of Lord Vendrake. You will not regain access until you successfully capture or kill the convict Kobu.
What the hell with that? He can't make me.
He's made a written order. He wants you to report to him right away. I'm sorry.
Sorry? You don't know the meaning of the word.
Enraged, the Lynx demon aims his mystic hands at the frog. The hands curl into fists that fly towards the frog.
Amare, stop.
Nox spits out his blade and deflects the fists with them.
Stop? You never stop trying to tear a company apart.
The mystic's arms surround Nox. They glow blue and fire beams of light. Nox's floating hand launches its master into the air, just narrowly escaping the barrage of blasts.
Stop this now!
Nox spins like a cannonball and slams into Amare's chest before bouncing back onto his platform. The cat falls and loses control of his arms.
I don't want to fight you, Amare.
Ugh.
Amare stands up and rushes towards the frog. If it was anyone else, Nox would cut them down before they step into his shadow, but he can't do it, not to Amare. Amare lets loose his rage as he shakes his coworker violently.
Did he even say anything when he gave his death sentence?
It wasn't my place to question the demon.
Preposterous. Everyone knows that Vendrake... Everyone know everything that Vendrake does is questionable. Why? Why?
He falls to his knees. The thought of losing all his creations, all those memories, becomes too much to bear. What could the frog say? What would be enough to pull Amare out of his despair, or would he only break him further?
Did our time together mean nothing to you? All those days we spent making music and dancing, was it just some sick joke? You think you could stop caring once it gets tough? I don't know who's the bigger fool, you for blindly following Vendrake's orders, or me for having the smallest hope that this is some long con. That you'll turn around and say this was all part of your plan to set things straight. But there is no plan, is there? There's no future when all of this stops. No future where we could be.
Nox's webbed hand reaches out for Amare's face. The demons finally looking into each other's eyes.
Why?
I wish I had the words to tell you. There's so much I don't know about myself, but never will I ever want to hurt you.
Pulls from his cloak a silver cube-shaped device. On the top surface sits a small disc.
That's the prototype music player left in my workshop.
Nox places the box in Amare's hand.
I didn't know what to take from there, but I remembered you showed me this the last time we were together.
Wanted to fill it with our favorite songs.
This feeling, it's guilt, isn't it? Where does it come from? Why? When I am around him, I feel so uncertain.
Nox pulls away from Amare.
Why can't I tell him what I feel? Am I even supposed to have these feelings? Perhaps I'm defected. I'm sorry, Vendrake is waiting for you. Best you don't keep him waiting.
The frog turns and floats away towards the darkness. He hesitates for a moment, contemplating turning back, but there's nothing else for him to do. He disappears into the darkness, leaving behind a dejected Amare, who holds a hand out to the frog he loves, hoping he'll come back. Hold up. I'm just looking at where we are right now. Journey back to your apartment was equally relieving and uncomfortable. But despite all you went through, you know you at least made it out alive together. You and Lucian stand outside your apartment as you search for your keys. Let's not do that ever again. At least we have what we need. We should go through it with Morris. He'll be alright, won't he? On one side you have a demon with unpredictable magic powers. On the other is a meat sack who's deeply paranoid, money-hungry, and wields painfully average magic. If there was anyone else, I'd say they have no chance, but I think that Exorcist is an exception. I hope so too, just in case we should look for My door's unlocked. What do you mean? I never leave my door unlocked. Someone broke in. Lucian readies his arrow when you grip the doorknob. He gives you a nod. With your other hand, you count down from 3 and swing the door open. Both rush into the living room. Whoever's in here, if you touch my collectibles, I'll break your kneecaps! Let a loud gasp. King and Morris are reclining on your sofa.
Hey, look who I found.
King?
Kobu! I'm back!
The alpaca leaps off his seat and hugs you. Oh, this is not King. This is not King! King!
Kobu, oh, I missed you so much.
As the scene plays out, Lucian racks his brain to understand what is happening.
What is this?
2 nights ago. 2 figures lurked about a dark alleyway.
Oh, I'm so stupid.
A brightly colored chameleon demon buried his face in his hands, despondent from the situation he had placed himself and his friend in. Beside him, a taller-looking goat demon stands in waiting with a black staff in hand.
Stupid, stupid, stupid! Only I didn't get caught by this hip. You wouldn't have to go out of your way to save me. I wasted so much time and I was among the first few sent out. My contract with this mortal body is going to expire in minutes. I'm useless. Useless!
The lizard demon bonked himself on the head until its ally grabbed their hand to stop them. Mistakes should embolden us to become better, not tear us down.
Still, maybe you should just let my contract expire. I'm only holding you back. You would have finished your mission by now. This was a bad idea for me to come along.
I'm not leaving you behind. There'll be a poor display of teamwork and a stand on my annual performance review.
Oh, you saying that makes me feel even worse for triggering that alarm spell. Now, whoever it is will know we're here.
I'd say it was just a wondrous discovery. Someone here has been anticipating our appearance. We could turn this around. Belphegor raised his staff. Power slithered away from his hands to his weapon. For now, we need to extend your contract. Demon's magic expanded to the surrounding area, encompassing its partner. I extend this contract by 1 week at the cost of my durability. A glowing panel appeared in front of Mimica before it disappeared in a flash. Mimica looked at the palm of their hand. The timer that had almost counted down to 0 changed to 7 days.
You did it, but Belphi! Shouldn't have wasted your precious skill points on me.
Belphegor shook his head. The Demon of Discovery's powers allowed it to forge a contract with itself. Near limitless power akin to the Demon Lord, but it comes at the heavy cost of lowering one of his abilities. His strength, defense, magic, speed, and intelligence all are mere currencies to him. After all, he could always train himself to regain what he lost. We, the workers, are valuable assets of the company. No sacrifice to ensure we succeed is ever a waste. Now regarding our... Look out! The demon pushed away with the lizard with remarkable force. Both narrowly avoided a falling ball of fire. The fireball exploded and downslammed a heavyset figure from the rooftop above.
Aye! It's an exorcist!
The boar clad in pink took note of the 2 demons before him. I hit the fucking Windows key! Pulled out 2 talismans and cast them upon the demons. Belphegor ripped at the talisman headed for him, but Mimica was immediately ensnared. Magical energy erupted from the talisman, shocking the lizard demon.
Ah!
Belphegor leapt into the air, somersaulting over the exorcist to reach his ally. Blasted Mimica with magic to rip the seal away before turning his attention to their assailant. We have no qualms with you, mortal. We're only here to do our job. Let me guess, you're here to kill Kobu? You're well informed, but that's confidential company information. I'll have to ask you to sign an NDA and step aside, or there will be consequences. Mimica got up and cowered behind his larger ally. Not going to happen. Your kind are not welcomed here. Morse clapped his hands together. At the corner of the enemy's eyes, magic circles formed along the floor and a torrent of fire blasted onto the demons. Blue outline shielded Belphegor's body. Belphegor's movements slowed, but his body strengthened in turn. The fire licked up the demons but barely hurt them. Morse began to cast another spell, but Belphegor activated his ability again. His body became weightless at the cost of his magical strength. Zoomed across the alleyway and swiftly caught Morse's hands. The demon forced the boar's hands upwards, sending Morse's fireball into the night sky. Morse raised his leg to kick the demon, but Belphegor was quicker, stamping the enemy's feet down to the ground. Mimica, in sync with his partner, flipped over Belphegor and touched the boar on the back of the forehead. Morse's entire body turned stiff and the light in his eyes faded away. The demon had him under his spell.
That's scary.
Belphegor pulled away from the mortal. Excellent work, Mimica. I'll be sure to rate you highly for your cooperativeness during the interdepartmental staff review.
You're great too. You're so strong, Belphegor. I wish I could fight like you.
Your strength lies in espionage and subterfuge, my friend, but I'll be happy to train you when we get back. For now, find out what this one knows about us.
On it.
Lizard Demon used its magic to rummage through Morse's memories. Mimica gasped.
He knows about code, but wait, there's a lot of people he knows. People know these are monsters?
You mean mythical creatures? I can't. Lord Zangix eradicated all of them after he became the Demon Lord.
Not according to this guy's head. They're here living among mortals as a part of some gang.
What are they plotting?
He doesn't know.
Belphegor stroked his goatee in contemplation.
What do we do now?
Lord Vendrake will want to know about this. The best measure will be for us to split up.
Split up? I can't do this mission alone. I'm not strong.
Chameleon's shoulders slumped as tears ran down his face. He cradled the petrified boar for support while turning to Belphegor. We don't have a choice. It's more dangerous if you come along while I investigate these mythical creatures. Complete the mission you were set to do.
Demon love! Belphie!
You can do this. Never forget, you're powerful. Mimica takes a deep breath. His wide eyes begged Belphegor to reconsider, but the goat demon did not relent.
Okay, I'll try.
The chameleon tapped into Morse's memory once more. Upon finding out what he needed, his body began to shapeshift. His powers of disguise extended to his very clothes. In seconds, the chameleon demon was gone, replaced by the brightly colored alpaca king. A curious disguise.
But what are we going to do with this one?
Gestures towards the unconscious Morse. He'll be our guide. I'm fine. Stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.